I was talking to the younger students today about, I asked them what they thought the most important skill was to being successful as a musician, what the best, I mean, you gotta be able to play the instrument, right? You gotta be able to do the job, right? But what's the strongest skill you could have to be successful? Anybody? What do you think would be the strongest thing? Sight reading. It's just like reading text. If you can't read, if you can't read text, you might be able to learn things and be the greatest speaker of all time. But if somebody hands you something, goes, oh, can you give this presentation right now? You don't know how to read, what are you gonna do? And it's the same thing with music. It doesn't mean you can't learn to play some things by ear and those things, but you need to be able to look at music and know how to interpret it instantly. So when I go to work, he was talking earlier about this, Incredibles or any of those movies you see, we don't get the music months in advance. We show up for work at 10 o'clock that morning and it's on the music stand and we have to record it right now. So think about that when you hear a lot of these movies, even Star Wars and things like that, that when they used to be recorded in London, that music was recorded that day. It was the first time they were seeing it. You hear how great it sounds, right? Most symphonies will rehearse a piece for a week before they even think about performing it. So that skill in my line of work anyway is very important. I mean, if I wasn't good, and the reason I'm a pretty good sight reader, besides getting to do it all the time, is when I was young, is our jazz band, we sight read a new piece of music every day. We got to play it twice, and then we put it away and we never saw it again. So that skill, by the time I was a senior in high school, I was a pretty good reader because we were reading music constantly. And I didn't realize that I was going to need that, because I didn't know what I was going to do exactly at that age, but I had some pretty good natural chops when I was young, and I became a good reader, so I started working and playing gigs. I never worked at McDonald's or anything when I was in high school. I got into this band that the seniors had, so when I was in 9th grade, I got into a band. We'd play on the weekends, and we'd play at the local bowling alley, and I remember my first paying gig ever, 5 hours, $20. And I was like, they handed me a $20 bill. I was like,
that's a decent offer.
damn, I just made $20 playing the trumpet, But at the time, man, somebody was handing me a couple of bucks to play, and I'm thinking, man, this is what I want to do. And I didn't know what that meant or how I would achieve that. Fortunately, my path kind of steered me to the right place. But I have the best job ever, man. I get to play music for a living. I don't know how many of you love to play or you just play because it's a hobby or whatever. But it'll be part of your life the rest of your life, I guarantee it, having this moment and understanding how to read music and being able to listen to something and know, oh, well, that's an English horn. That's like your parents, they could listen to an orchestra, they might not even know what the instruments are. You'll know all this stuff and be just a little more cultured and you can be a little snootier if you know more than everybody else. We all think we're better than everybody else anyway, right? As musicians, because we are.
Well, thank Mr. Bergeron for coming in.